Hey guys, how you doing? It's Dan. I wanted to thank you all so very much for everything, all your New Year's wishes, and again for voting for me. I've been hamming it up like a crazy man. I'm like over at my buddy's house for the last couple days, celebrating the holidays and stuff with Krista. And I'm like, how does it feel to have the sexiest raw guy? They love me, so they know I'm a jokester and everything like that. It still hasn't really sunk in, but again, not much is going to change. I'm going to continue to do my best to motivate and inspire everyone. I just got done with the first workout of the year. I was working my back and my legs, and I feel pretty good. So this is how I'm going to end the workout today. This little machine here. I'm actually not using the wall, if you'll notice. Ding. And so I'm just letting some blood flow into my head, having a good time. I know I said I was going to be more professional this year, but hey, let me screw around here, revel in my glory of being the cool raw food guy. But yeah, so let's get into a little bit, because I know that a lot of you have New Year's resolutions, and I want to make sure that nobody loses their mind or gets to be feeling bad because everybody sets all these big goals and dreams and all this stuff, and then 3 days you get into it 3 days and you fall on your face. So just take it slow and steady. I gotta tell you the truth, I didn't set any resolutions. I really don't ever do that kind of thing, because I'm practicing my New Year's resolutions for 2011 starting today. Can you dig it? So what I do is I live way ahead of time. I'm setting my intentions to just be as healthy as I can. And another thing too, I'm laying off myself, getting kind of mellow, not trying so hard to eat so perfect all the time. Allowing myself to eat whatever, nuts and salt and all the things that I normally am trying to sort of move away from. Not that those things are bad, but I'm trying to really clean up my personal diet to be the best that it can be. So, I like the real clean, raw food thing, but sometimes I feel like I need a little more stimulation, so I throw some cayenne or some curry or something like that, and some nuts and stuff, and all that's really good. It gets me motivated and stimulated in certain environments and stuff that I've been in for the last few days. Anyways, I wanted to encourage you to go slow. Don't set yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? It's a real slow and steady path that we're on here, and we just need to make sure that we're being, aware of our limitations. You can't just, when 2010 comes, you can't just, it's not all going to go away instantly. I mean, you have a renewed sense of discipline, and that's great. I want to encourage you to do that. But, just because the calendar flips, it doesn't mean that you still don't have all the same, mental patterns and emotional vibrations carrying around with you that you had, 12 or 15 hours ago or whatever it was. So anyways, yeah, I'm just here for encouragement. This is the year, I said this is the year for healing, but I wanted to make sure that everybody realized that we don't always want to continue to be healing. When I say healing, I mean growth. So I'd like to remake my statement again and call it the year of healing and regeneration. So, because we don't want to get stuck in a constantly healing mode, like there's something wrong with us, because I want to encourage you to at least ponder the idea that right now you're already perfect just as you are. You know what I'm saying? The universe is perfectly expressing itself through you. All your perceived problems and stuff like that, I want to encourage you to kind of recontextualize that. Look at them as more as opportunities to grow this year. Because that's really what they are, so healing and regeneration, because we want to be new in each moment. Like I've spent the last, ever since I started this YouTube channel, really just doing my best to serve you guys, and also at the same time doing my best to just accept myself. I don't want anyone to put me up on a pedestal. I don't do this diet perfect. I don't do this lifestyle perfect in the sense of, what we all can sometimes say this is perfect, these percentages, all these perfect little clean things like that. It's not really reasonable or realistic because of the infinite context, of life. Is I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but I'll just chill out. That was pretty good. The infinite context of what it is to be human. Like the last couple of days, I've been here hanging with my homeboys. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but I've been eating a little bit more stimulating stuff. I had well, for me, to say stimulating, it was like a cashew butter with bananas and some dates. I mean, so for me, it's like I gotta just quit because I'm already eating a great diet. And the thing about me, this is what I really wanted to share with you, is that I've had like fears of growing old and stuff like that I'm not gonna be able to keep up my image. And I think it's more important than ever for me now not to get trapped in the image thing. And I don't want anyone out there, I want you guys to be, I'm gonna say it like this, I want you, can you dig it? I want you, the person who's watching, to just be my friend, just to accept me for who I am. And I don't want to do this perfect. I don't want to try to be perfect anymore because that's an illusion anyways, for one thing. I do want to continue to have as much discipline as I can, but as I mature, not only with the raw foods, but as this person who considers himself to be spiritual, I've just got to let a lot of things go. Like my friend made an example last night. I was kind of telling him about, with all this, it could add pressure, all these awards and stuff that I got, but I've already had the pressure of I'm growing old, and stuff like that, and it's like, and I'm afraid to eat certain things. I'm sure a lot of you understand what I'm talking about, but you know what? My friend made the point last night. He said, trying not to grow old is like trying to swim up a 40-foot waterfall. I mean, I was like, it hit me so hard that way. Now, don't get me wrong. The power of regeneration of the human organism and spirit is, it's limitless, really. But now, is that within everyone's karma? Is it even desirable? I mean, this thing, you have a body for a while and then you leave. I mean, you're just borrowing the body for a while. So if you're sick and you've got issues that are holding you back, it's more than just food. Because one of the things that's interestingly, I was thinking about today was that if your mom called you names and told you that you were stupid and that you were worthless ever since you were born, and you listened to that for the first 18 years of your life or something, and your mom just projected this worthlessness on you, and now you think you're just going to eat raw foods and all your problems are going to be solved. I mean, you're living in a delusional land because you're going to have to deal with those underlying issues, that have to do with psychological stuff. Otherwise, if you think you're worthless and you're trying to eat better and take care of yourself, it's not going to work because you have to deal with the underlying issues that are, holding you back. That the little voice in your head that's saying, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. You're going to eat raw foods for 3 days and all that stuff is going to surface, and then you're going to go back to the Cheetos and the pies and the cakes and everything that stuffs all that back down there. So you got to get the courage up to go, okay, now my mom, called me every name in the book and made me feel worthless, and I've had a lot of feelings of worthlessness. Well, now you're going to have to be prepared to deal with feelings of worthlessness and to sit there with those. Now, this is just an example, but you're just going to have to sit there and go, okay, I feel worthless. And you just sit there and you feel the feelings of worthlessness and you just go into it. Like I said, this is just an example. You go into the worthlessness and you find a way to be okay with that. And you say, okay, so I feel worthlessness. So what's wrong with feeling worthlessness? It's not you. You're the one who's witnessing the emotions of worthlessness that was programmed into you since birth. This is your opportunity. The year 2010, like I said, is the year of healing and regeneration. Each moment is brand new, so do me a favor and live it to the full. There is a lot more to come from Life Regenerator. Thanks for letting me screw around today. I love you. Peace.